What's going on, folks? So the band Lycanthro is back with their second single from their new upcoming album, which comes out in May, if I'm not mistaken. The name of the song is "The Great Masquerade," and it features none other than Laura Guldemond of Burning Witches fame. So I'm really excited for this one here. And I mean, without further ado, let's just give this bad boy a listen and see how they follow up from their previous single, which is pretty cool. Anywho, Rangers, go.
You're shrouded in delight, but behind it, you're freezing in war. With your veil of light, you're shrouded in delight, but behind it, you're freezing in war. When the rain has come and the circus is torn, then the great masquerade will be
Pretty cool stuff, you know. It certainly grew on me as it went, particularly that chorus. You know, I wasn't quite sure what to make of it the first time I heard it, but as the song went, I got more and more acclimated with that chorus. And I think what makes the chorus work so well is the vocals. I mean, the two of them together sounded really, really great. I mean, the synergy they had together was awesome, and I think that's really what elevated the chorus. I mean, I like the music and the melody of it and whatnot as well, but what I think really, really, like I said, just you know, makes it pop, you know, or stand out or whatnot, or really brings the power or the energy into it, even though it's mellow, it's almost ballad like, you know, but just their vocals together were just excellent. You know, I just was really impressed with that, how well they went together. And then, you know, some kind of singing like a backing line while the next part begins. And I mean, just the way that they did it, it just was really good, you know, to where I just was enjoying it quite a bit. That chorus, the more times I heard it, and really appreciating their voices together. So that was a real standout for me. I also really loved the drum work. Some really nice fills and some nice things. I mean, the song's like never really ripping per se, but I really like what the drummer did with the song. You know, I thought it contributed quite a bit to the song, as opposed to the drums kind of being there and, you know, doing a solid job just keeping the pace or all that. I thought that the drummer kind of went above and beyond and really crafted something that has its own personality in the drum work and contributes quite a bit to the song there. And then the guitar work. I really enjoyed the guitar work. The main kind of riffs and melodies, you know, how the song starts out with that guitar riff. I loved hearing that every time that it happened. The solo was awesome, quite extended, but it had a really nice kind of organic flow to it. And yeah, I just thought that the solo was crafted really, really well. I enjoyed that quite a bit. And just, like I said, the guitar work in general. And I'm about to sneeze here, so forgive me. Okay, that it? All right. Two and we're done. So sorry about that, folks. But yeah, I mean, I just really enjoyed the guitar work here. Great melodies, great riffs, and just stellar job there. And again, the solo was awesome. I enjoyed the verses. I really like how the verses are kind of split, how each vocalist gets to do half of the verses pretty much. They swap with that there. And I love that because a lot of times when there's a guest vocalist, sometimes I feel like they're underutilized or they only are, you know, backing vocals kind of in the chorus or something like that. But here, Laura really got to kind of shine and like I said, kind of individually take half of the verses and then the chorus, like I said, they sounded amazing together. But so it really showcases her voice and her contribution to the song, which I think went a long way. The one thing I'll say, which it was just kind of like a minor thing, is that pre-chorus. The first time that we had like the verses, the pre-chorus, and the chorus. I wasn't big on that pre-chorus. It didn't quite have a nice flow to it. That I don't know, it just felt a little bit out of place the way it was. It almost felt like it was almost forced in there, just to try to kind of bridge the space between the verses and the chorus. And I don't know, it just didn't quite land for me. But then once the chorus came in, like I said, I already mentioned the chorus, it really grew on me the more I heard it. And their vocals together in the chorus was just stellar. I keep saying that, but I mean, that's just how I felt. But yeah, that pre-chorus, that first time around was, a little iffy for me. But the second time around, I thought it was awesome because they didn't use that first pre-chorus. It was kind of instrumental. There was a little bit of symphonic elements and then some kind of like screams, here and there kind of interspersed. That was really cool. I loved that, So if like that was kind of the first pre-chorus, or that first pre-chorus maybe just wasn't there, just kind of went from the verses to the chorus. I don't know, because maybe if you use that second like pre-chorus more than once, it would have lost its luster. I don't know. I'm not sure, but regardless, I loved what they did there the second time around with that. That was a really sick kind of pre-chorus or bridge into the chorus. So I love that a lot. And then again, yeah, there were like little symphonic elements kind of popped in there here and there to kind of boost the overall sound, add a little bit more of a grandiosity to it. And it was just an interesting song because like the chorus and whatnot is very ballad-like, but then you have like instrumental sections that are a little bit more aggressive. So there was that interesting kind of dynamic between that. It wasn't like a straightforward ballad, but it also wasn't like a straightforward non-ballad, if that makes any sense. So they kind of fused a couple things by having a little bit of an aggression there, a little bit of an edge, a heaviness mixed in with kind of that lighter chorus. But even the chorus, like with the dual vocals, it really did add some nice power or energy to it, which I've said before. But yeah, I just thought, I thought they sounded amazing in the chorus. So yeah, it was pretty cool. And, I feel like it's this kind of song that'll grow on me even more the more I hear it. Because, it wasn't quite what I was expecting here, but that's not to say that was a bad thing because I enjoyed a lot of this here. And, yeah, I thought it was well crafted. And again, the dual vocals just worked wonderfully. The drums were killer. And I mean, the guitar work. I loved all the different riffs and melodies that the guitar had here in this song. And it was pretty neat. So, yeah, another well done job here from the band Lycanthro. The album is shaping up to be pretty cool, So I'm looking forward to what else that they're going to be bringing on the album. And we don't have too terribly long to wait, because I'm pretty sure it's in May. I think it's like later May. So we have maybe like a month and a half or something, but it'll be here before we know it. Anywho, so that's that. Let me know, folks, in the comments down below. What do you think of this song here? How does it stack up to their first single from the new album? I honestly think I do like this one a bit more than the first single they released. I think it's just a much more like well-rounded kind of song. Not that the first wasn't well-rounded, but I don't know. This may just be down to personal preference, but I do think that this song had a little bit more going for it, I guess, than maybe the first single, which I enjoyed the first single too. So I don't know. I'm just going to start talking myself into circles here because I enjoyed the first single. I enjoyed this one. I do think, I guess, personal preference, I like this one a little bit more, but that's neither here nor there because both were solid. So yeah, let me know, folks, your thoughts in the comments. And I'll catch you next time. Ranger. Out.